Hi Andrea, this is Mike, and I'm just showing you an example of what it looks like when you've recorded your screen. This is actually the Camtasia Studio, and then you can see down here I actually have this little device going on the side. And when you go to your start menu, you're given the option of either just recording, which I'm actually doing right now, or opening up the studio, which is the background that you see. And when you do click on just the recorder, that's where this little box over here pops up, and you're given the option of opening up a webcam or just doing audio. You could adjust the screen size. I could pause it at any time. I could stop it at any time. And what happens then, I'm going to minimize that. What happens then is when I'm done with this, it's all going to be imported into this line down here, kind of like an Audacity recording where you actually see all the different lines of sound capture. And then what you can do then is you can see down here in the bottom left where it says track 1. You can actually click on that to add additional tracks. So if you wanted to integrate a sound file, such as an MP3 or a different video, and you can copy and paste that accordingly where you would need that. I have done a screen capture where I've actually opened up a page that had a YouTube video, and the sound capture on that was not very good. So I believe you have to have that saved already. But if you're using a different one, then that one should work just fine. And so basically, you can see it's following my screen. Sometimes when you click on a certain page, it might zoom in or zoom out somewhere. I'm going to go back to the home page here, and just kind of floating around to different pages just to show you how it all looks. Sometimes you'll get a message, and this message may pop up here, I'm not sure. While you're doing it, you may get a message to indicate whether or not you want to keep the same screen quality, or if you want to adjust it. You can do that one time, or if you don't press, click this and leave it in this setting, it'll continue to do so for you. So in any event, that's the program in a nutshell, and I'm going to actually stop recording right now, and we're going to see what happens in the file. Okay, Andrea, so this is actually part 2 that I'm going to show you, and what happens is when you're done with your recording, you're going to be given the option, and I'll show you over here, to press stop or pause, and then after that you can actually have another option to save it or to produce it. So I'm actually in the production mode, and you can actually save it and then open it back up. I actually did save it as titled as Andrea, so that you might see that somewhere. And then you can see down at the bottom here, it shows everything that was in that first recording that I showed you. Now that I'm actually in the production mode, which I did so by clicking produce and share, it asks me to pull, or by default it gives me this option over here where it says the production wizard. Okay, and I could do a number of different things of how I want to save it. So I'm going to save this one as a YouTube video. So you'd actually have to have a Gmail account for that. And all you do is click next and then sign in, and basically just follow the cues down here by clicking next. You have to give it a number of different tag names and descriptions, but you can just keep this very brief. And once you've done that, for instance, I'll just show you what it looks like. Once you've done that, then you have to give it a title. Demo video. Alright. How to Camtasia Andrea. Okay. They recommend public, and then what I'll do is just go to finish, and then you can see it's actually rendering that first video. Okay? And I'll send this on over to you as soon as everything's done. Ciao.